What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Captain America from Brave New World Marvel Legends, as you can clearly tell. Um, so I kind of wanted to ask, like, how do you guys feel about the movie? I personally liked it. Like, actually liked it a lot. I thought it was very entertaining, something different. It wasn't just kind of the same thing over and over, or like kind of a rehash of a story we've already gotten a million times. Um, and it felt fresh. I mean, I know a lot of people didn't like it, at least online, but I thought it was pretty fun. I really liked Red Hulk. Like, even though he didn't have like a huge, amount of appearance in the movie, I thought the way they used it was pretty entertaining to watch, at least for me personally. But without further ado, I just wanted to know what you guys think about the movies. You guys can leave a comment down below. But without further ado, let's get into the review. Okay, so real quick, before we get into the figure, I just want to go over the accessories real quick. And so first off, he comes with the backpack in which you plug the wings in, and I'll show those off here in a second. But there's the backpack, and then it does have an additional port to plug in the shield, which also comes with the shield. And you go ahead, plug that thing in. It's a nice snug fit. It's not gonna fall out or anything. So real cool. And then he does come with another backpack that kind of looks like the wings are in. You can't plug in the wings on this one, but you get that. And then you get like a drone thing. He actually does use this a lot in the movie, so it's pretty cool that he was able to come with it. Kind of looks like it has like a hole for a peg, but I don't know. Maybe you could peg in like like a flight stand or something from Mafex. And then he does come with the masthead, which freaking thing focus. Okay, there you go. As you can see, he does have the eyes in there that you can see. So pretty cool. And then it is painted all the way around. Or I don't know if it's painted in this. Um, Looks like the silver parts might be painted. But really nice. And then he does come with two additional hands as well. So he comes on him. I think he has like he comes with two fists, and then he has the two hands right here. This freaking thing would focus for me. There you go. So kind of splayed out hands. And then kind of the big thing, right, that's gonna be sort of controversial. I wouldn't say themselves are gonna be controversial, but gonna be the price, right? Is the wings, and they're pretty freaking huge. Like, they don't even fit in frame almost, but they're really nice. They have a pretty good amount of detail, nice and reflective, which is cool. I wish they had this finish throughout the whole thing. Kind of this more metallic than this, but overall really nice. And then they pose really well. So has one hinge right there, and right there. So with all three of those combined, you're gonna pretty much be able to fold it all the way in. So you're gonna get really nice poses, and we'll show those off once we get into articulation. But yeah, he does come with a left and right side. So together they're freaking huge. But let's move on. Okay, now getting into articulation. So for first off, I'm just gonna go ahead and do him without the wings. So he's kind of gonna have your pretty average, Marvel Legends articulation. It's a little bit kind of on the tight side, at least for mine. Or I wouldn't even say tight, more so like rigid. And that's kind of what I noticed. I don't know if they use like a different kind of plastic for the like the movie figures, or like live action inspired figures, but he kind of feels the same way as the No Way Home Green Goblin. Kind of, I don't want to say stiff, because he can clearly freaking move and kind of, pose really well, but it feels different from most of their other, comic book inspired action figures. I don't know. It might just be me, but that's what it feels like. But you guys can see he's definitely not lacking really in articulation. He's actually pretty well articulated. Looking up, he's on the disc ball joint. So he's not gonna get very much, and this head is kind of popping off a little easy. So might have to look into that a little bit. But he does look up a fair amount, and you're gonna be able to get those nice, flying poses. Then he does look down, not very much, actually. Get in there. All right, so that's kind of him looking straight up, and then down, he can get about, yeah, not very much. I would say like right there is kind of safe, and it's not very much. And then shoulders, little under a T-bone, but the workaround is just go ahead and lift it up, and then you can just twist the bicep, and then you can go ahead and get whatever you need to get. But bicep swivel, double hinge, disc hinge right here for the wrist, and then you got the swivel in the wrist. And like I said, mine are like a little rigid. Like it actually feels like I'm twisting the plastic, not so much like using the peg, but I'm twisting the plastic. So I might have to heat those up. Um, Kicking up, he actually gets really nice. This is like pretty surprising because kind of more so on that No Way Home Green Goblin. And those No Way Home Spider-Man figures for some reason couldn't kick up really high. So looks like they kind of improving that. Then obviously thigh swivel, double hinge in the knees, and then this is really starting to piss me off about some of the newer Marvel Legends. Is like they're doing the boot swivel fake out. That's kind of what I refer to it as, where it looks and it makes sense for them to put boot swivel, but they're not doing it. And it's like that's kind of the one thing that gives Marvel Legends the edge and articulation um, from McFarlane, and gives them really good range is that cap swivel, and they're taking it out. Like I'm sure if I heat this up, there's probably a way to get it a twist, and like it has a little bit, but like I don't think that's real. I think it's just the plastic might be morphing in the direction, and then there's no twist down here, so there's really no way to get him in kind of like the poses like this like naturally. So it's gonna look like he's kind of bringing in one of his legs, and it looks kind of goofy. But you know he's gonna be able to get down, look good. So I put the shield in his arm, but yeah, pretty sweet. And then real quick, let's just swap into the one with the wings. And then I think that this for me personally was a selling point. I'm not gonna say that I think the wings themselves are worth an extra 20 or $10 because that's basically what it is, right? Like you're paying the $10 extra because Marvel Legends are usually 25. Well, they're 26 now, and then you're paying basically an additional 10 for the that the wings. And don't get me wrong, the wings are really nice. Like I really like that. I wish it would have had like a hinge here. That way you can like a hinge swivel type deal, kind of like the peg, where you could just peg them in and then you could hinge them and then like kind of swivel them. That would have made it just complete. But as is, you're gonna be able to get into some really cool like kind of guard poses. And then I've seen like a lot of pictures online, so yeah, something like that. You know what I mean? Like it looks pretty sick, and that's not like I'm not even really trying or anything. But let's see, let's get him into a quick like kind of escaping, dashing behind pose. So go ahead. Let's see. There you go. So pretty sweet, man. I think they're really sick. I really like the wings. And then like another thing I wanted to point out is like on the wings themselves, for some reason like these two are covered up, but this one isn't. So like I don't know what that is. Like I don't know if they had to do that to fit it in the box or what, but yeah, kind of bothers me a little bit. But yeah, you're gonna be able to get some pretty sick poses. And then you can kind of swivel the backpack and get like some of those poses, right? Boom. And he just put the leg down, and it looks like he's covering himself. And then you could also use the wings to kind of help you pose the figure. So yeah, pretty sick. I think it's dope, man. I like it. I really like the wings. This was like the biggest selling point for me. But I'm gonna just be completely honest and say that I don't think they're worth an additional 20 or 10. I keep saying 20. Um, I think at most this guy should have been $30. I don't think the 35 price point is worth it. So I didn't get mine for 35. I got it at GameStop using my uh, monthly $5. So I got them for $30. With taxes, it came out to pretty much the same. But yeah, so really sick, man. I think they're really cool. And then yeah, almost forgot this part. Yeah, you can swivel them up and down. So you can swivel them up and down. And then it does kind of pop out a little bit easy. I don't really like that, but it works really well and it holds the position really well. So depending on what kind of position you want to have it in, it's gonna be able to hold that for you. So like, yeah, really sick, man. I really like the posability with the wings. As you can see, like it's gonna help you get those shadows, with the light source coming in that way. Maybe you could shine it under, kind of get one of those bad boys going. Boom. Sick, man. I like that. Okay, guys, but that pretty much concludes the review. I just wanted to give a little quick, review or overview, whatever you want to refer to it as, of the brand new Captain America. To be honest, I really like the movie. I really like the Captain America. I think he has potential. I think they just need to maybe give him like a little bit more personality. I don't want to say he was like super boring because I think the actor did what he could with the character, but more so kind of go more into the backstory of why he wanted to become Captain America, and maybe give us a little bit more backstory. Really, that's kind of the one thing I would say. But overall, I think Anthony Mackie did a good job as Captain America. I really like the character, and then probably my favorite part is obviously was the Red Hulk. I think the way they handled that was really cool, and the way that these two characters both kind of had a different leadership style. Being Thaddeus Ross or Thunderbolt Ross, as most people refer to him as, and Captain America. I really liked that one scene when he was like, if we ever disagree on how to lead the Avengers, what are we gonna do? I think that's very, like a good characteristic that Captain America should always have. Always question authority, because authority isn't always, in doesn't always have the people's interest, and I feel like Captain America is supposed to represent the people. So I really like that. That with that being said, that's why I really like the figure. It's not the best figure. Again, I really wish it would have came with the boot swivel. But if I had to give it a rating out of 10, I would say it's like a solid 7.5, 8. I think I'll go with 8 just because I really like the wings. I think they're very dynamic, very posable, and they're really good. Like they don't feel super cheap. Obviously it's a Marvel Legends, so they're not gonna feel like super high quality, but they hold their position. They work with you really well. They're nice and posable, so I really like that. Again, I don't think the $35 price point is worth it. I would say if you can get this guy for like 30 or under, it's worth it. Just wait for Target to eventually put them on sale because there's a bunch of them, and I don't think it's one of those figures that's gonna like be flying off shelves. So just wait like a month or so, and I'm sure they'll go on sale. But I was able to get this guy for like $5 off, so that's why I got him. With that being said, thank you so much for watching the video. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about the movie, and make sure to drop a like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And without further ado, y'all have a good day. Peace.